Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how we can perform SSH configuration on Cisco devices. Over here we can see that we have a router, we have a switch and we have two end devices. So on end devices I have already assigned the IP address which you can already see here, and on laptop also I have already assigned an IP address. And now I have to perform the configuration of SSH on this router. So let me go to it, let me click on the CLI mode. Let's click no here, and over here first of all let's go to the privilege execute mode by typing the enable command, and then let's go to the global configuration mode. Now from here we have to first of all do some prerequisites which are required for SSH. So first thing is we have to change the host name. So let's change the host name from router, which is the default host name, to R1. The second prerequisite is to set the password for securing the privilege execute mode. So for that we can simply run the command as enable secret followed by the password, and let's put the password as, so let me hit enter. Now let's go to the interface, which in our case is gigabit ethernet 0 by 0 by 0, and then we can type the command as int gig 0 by 0 by 0. Now over here we can simply provide an IP address to this device using the following command: IP address followed by 10.10.10.1, then subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0. And finally, to enable this interface we have to type the command as no shutdown. We can see that this interface is already enabled now. So these are some of the prerequisites that we require for configuring SSH protocol. Now, finally, let's start with the configuration of SSH. Let's exit from here, and first of all, we need to create a domain name. So let's type the command as IP domain name followed by the domain name that we want to provide to this device. We can provide domain name as anything, like for example, we can provide router.local. Let's hit enter. We can see that the domain name is currently set to router.local. The next thing that we require is to create a crypto key, and for that we can simply run the command as crypto key generate followed by the algorithm through which we want to generate it, and the algorithm for this case is RSA. Now we have to provide the size of key, which we can set to maximum bits, which is 2048. We can see that we have successfully generated a key which is non-exportable here. We cannot export it to any other device. The third step is to set a username. So let's provide the username as admin, and let's provide a password as ssh@123. So we have successfully provided a username and a password. And finally, we have to configure a line, for which I can simply type line vty, and then we have to select how many lines I want to configure for SSH protocol. So for now, I'm just configuring 3 lines, which is 0, 1 and 2. I can simply hit enter. And over here, we can provide 2 commands, that is login local followed by transport input SSH. Now the SSH configuration is completed here. We can confirm it by going to this end device, opening the command prompt, and let's type the command to access as the admin user on the router. So we'll type the command as SSH followed by -l as login username, which is admin, followed by the IP address, which is 10.10.10.1. And if we hit enter, you can see that we are logged in as admin user and we require a password for it. And if I type the password correctly, we can see that we are inside the router's user execute mode, where we can type enable command followed by the password, and we are in the privilege execute mode of the router. Now we can control that device from this CLI interface of the router using SSH protocol. So last thing that I want to add here is SSH runs on port number 22, which is a TCP port. So all these things you have to remember while configuring SSH protocol. Thank you and all the very best.